to our podcast session. My name is Samsime, I'm the host, and this is all my group members, Senta, Ziling, and Samrat. So our agenda today will be related to the poverty in Malaysia. So despite being a country that is fast improving, poverty is still a major problem in Malaysia. So our podcast today aims to investigate the origins and also the effects of poverty in Malaysia. So here I have some questions for my members to discuss about this topic. So firstly, Senta, how does poverty in Malaysia compare to the other countries in the region or globally?
Okay, compared to another country, Malaysia is not so bad because our GDP is 430 billion, and then it's third highest in ASEAN. After that, our employment percent is only 3.6%. It's lower than another country.
Okay, how about the others?
I think I, to some extent, do agree with what Sentan said. Yes, compared to other developing nations, ours isn't the worst, but can't deny the fact that we still have poverty in our country. So we're not a poverty-free country. We still have to accept the fact that we still have it, and it's still a high number.
Yeah, okay. Agree. Okay, so we move to the next question. So Ziling, what are some successful examples of the strategies or initiatives that have been implemented to address poverty in Malaysia?
Okay, so talking about this, since the 1950, our government has been promoting the 5-year Malaysia plan. So basically, it is a 5-year development plan to guide the government to achieve desired economic growth and also to promote social equality among all the Malaysians. So we can understand by the first 5 years is the first Malaysia plan, and the second 5 year is second Malaysia plan. So and currently we're actually in the 12th Malaysia plan. So during all this period, the government has taken a lot of action and also done a lot of strategies to reduce the poverty rate. So here I would like to talk about one of the significant one, which is during the 7th Malaysia plan. But before this, one thing to talk about is that the poverty gap by ethnic group in Malaysia is actually quite different, because through my research, according to 2023, the poverty rate in Malay is more than 7%, while the Indians are 4% and Chinese is 1%. So this is mainly because in the early Malaysian Chinese have been traditionally dominant Malaysia economy. So this is also what caused to the poverty rate in Malaysia. So in order to fix this, the government actually restructured the employment during the 7th Malaysia plan. So this includes increasing the participation of Bumi Putera, which is Malay in more professional and higher income occupation, while they also encourage the non-Bumi Putera to participate more in the public sector. So this has promote a broader focus on the diversity and inclusivity in the employment of Malaysia. So this actually resulted in the reducing in poverty rate in Malaysia, and also have helped to narrowing the income equality among the ethnic group.
Yeah, I agree that this is a good example and strategies. How about Senta and Sarah? Do you guys have any other good examples?
Yeah, I think the Malaysia politics is need to encourage the teenager do the high profit job, and not only in Felda do the plantation job is the primary industry. So this can give them more higher salary.
I do agree to what Gordon said. Yeah, the government actually needs to look into other policies and ideas on how to elevate poverty.
Yeah. Okay. So my last question, Samrat. So how does government policy play a role in addressing poverty, and what more can be done?
So the government has an important role as they play the executive part. So they will shape any policies or systems which are in our country. So the government will have a power to create systems which help in reducing poverty for Malaysia, like what CM said, the 12 Malaysia plan, that's one great example on how the government has been taking initiatives to reduce poverty. We also have cash out aids like the earlier and BRAIM, which although it's not a permanent solution, but it's a solution which will help for the meantime. But I believe cash outs is not a way in how we are supposed to deal with poverty. We are supposed to create long-term policies which will be more effective in making sure that people come out of poverty. So you can take, for example, we are going to an age of AI where technology is getting more advanced. So one way the government can help is by providing skills and trainings, especially to teenagers or those who are unemployed, so that in the future they will have a job and also they can increase job opportunities. As we know that a lot of people are getting unemployed due to the increase of the activity of AI. So to make sure that people do not stay unemployed and increase, and if people stay unemployed, this will increase the rate of poverty. So to make sure that does not happen, one way is by providing skills and training which will benefit the people in the future. And like what I said earlier, creating policies which are not short-term solutions but long-term solutions for people.
Yes, I think government should give the policy to encourage them now. And then I think our country can give some interest for the investment, for set up a factory and give more job opportunity to our people. So they can give more salary and job to our people.
Yeah, and just now since Samrat mentioned the cash hands out, so I would like to talk something about it. So I think that the government can improve more on this strategy, like so that more people from the lower income category can enjoy these cash hands out benefits. So maybe the government can do some survey like on the people who really needs the money, so that the money can be used well, and also maybe they can do like give the lower income people a certain amount of money every month to buy their necessity, or maybe they can rebate the electricity bill and something like that. And also one of the most important I think is to improve the healthcare. So when people have a better living condition, then they can operate well in their business and generate more income.
That's all. Okay, so yeah, this is a good discussion. So for me to sum up, so combating poverty in Malaysia requires a strategy that addresses underlying socio-economic inequalities and also encourages the inclusive development. So even while the government has put in a place of number that measures to combat poverty, including like the social security programs and economic reforms, but I think more coordinated efforts are required to guarantee that all citizens have fair access to the healthcare, education, and also the employment opportunities. Yeah. So do you guys have any add-on?
I'd like to add on something. So as we are reaching, as the years are coming, there are going to be more challenges ahead. For example, the inflation and food crisis. So things like this, which are going to happen even more in the future, it may be an obstacle for the government when they want to reduce poverty. So one thing I think governments should do is create a plan on how we are going to face these challenges in the future, so that when the time comes, we are ready, the people are also ready, so that we do not increase the poverty rate, because it's, as we know, already the challenges people are facing, they are going to the poverty. So to make sure that even more people go into the poverty, make sure that we reduce the poverty rate, the government should come up with solutions for the future so that we can reduce poverty and maybe like face challenges like the inflation and food crisis, which may be a challenge to the government in the future as well.
So any other for you guys?
No.
So then this is our end of the podcast. Thanks for my members and thanks for listening.
Hello, hi guys. Today we're here with.
Fari.
Nice to meet you, Fari. I'm Leonardo. So I'm just going to be asking you simple questions on what you think about poverty in Malaysia. Okay. So first question is, what do you think are the main causes of poverty in Malaysia?
So I think the main causes is, well, the rich gets richer and the poor gets poorer. So I think this imbalance of, the money flow is very bad. Also, there's also like a lot of corruption going on. Yeah, so I think that also disrupts the money flow.
Okay.
Yeah.
So since you've been here for Malaysia for a very long time, so what could you say is poverty? Does it have a negative impact on communities in Malaysia?
Yeah, definitely. Because I mean, if you go to like different areas, there's like it's very lavish, it's very good, and then you go to like this like poverty area, and then you see like the difference in like the community. I think it's like more. It has like bad impact on the outlook of Malaysia.
Okay. So, in your opinion, what do you think can be done in Malaysia to elevate the level of poverty? So, an example would be education or whatever.
Yeah, I think educate people on the impacts of poverty or how to use money, how to manage money, and I think the government should also look more into this like poverty areas and maybe give scholarships to the children so that they can actually get more education and get a better job.
Right, that's it. Thank you for your time. Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome back once again. Today we're here with Faith. Nice to meet you, Faith. I'm Renato. So I'm just going to ask you some basic, simple questions on poverty and your opinion about it. So yeah. So I just wanted to ask you, bro, in your opinion, what do you think can be done more to elevate the state of poverty in Malaysia?
I think the way that we can, I think best to do donation or provide charity to these people by governing non-government organization to help these people in need, especially orphans or those who are in B40.
See. So, in your opinion, or based on what you've seen in Malaysia, since you've been here for your whole life, basically, what do you think is the main cause of poverty in Malaysia or around the world? In your opinion?
I don't have much comment on that because I believe that I live in a place where people are having sufficient amount of they don't live in poverty basically, so I don't really know much comment. But if I got to answer the question, is I believe that the main reason of poverty is homelessness for some part in Malaysia.
Okay. So, based on your opinion from what you've seen, do you think education can be one of the reasons to decrease poverty in society?
It depends because for some people, education, right, especially those who are in debt, can cause poverty to the person. Especially they have debt in furthering their education in university. They need to buy the university fee, right? They need to pay the university fee. So if they didn't do it properly, they can live in struggle.
That's it, bro. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you. Welcome, guys. And today we're here with.
My name is Hafiz. And you?
Nice to meet you, Hafiz. Renato. Nice to meet you, man. So, I wanted to ask you, Hafiz, what do you think are the main causes of poverty in Malaysia?
I think the main causes of poverty in Malaysia is because of the residents or the Malaysians have a lack of knowledge on anything in their life. Especially they don't know how to develop their skills in other courses that they can develop their skills and also they can the money.
So, do you think that education could possibly decrease the level of poverty in Malaysia?
For me, I think that's yes, because an education can really make someone have a real improvement in their liability of life. Especially someone who has skill in mechanics, they can solve the problems like in the car, so they can make money from that.
So, last question, just one more question. Do you think that poverty has a negative impact on communities in Malaysia? And how do you think it affects them?
Yeah, I do think so, because Malaysia is such a development country, so when the poverty is too high, it will have a negative impact on the development of the country.
Alright, thank you so much, Abdul. Thank you so much, man.